Now I want to show you multi-leaders. There used to be two commands in AutoCAD called leaders and multi-leaders. The multi-leaders command has since replaced the leaders command, so we're not even going to look at it. You wouldn't even ever need to use leaders anymore. Multi-leaders are far superior, so I'm not even going to cover them. We're just going to talk about multi-leaders. Let's open up the annotation drawing file. Now to draw a multi-leader, you go to the annotation tab on the ribbon, go to multi-leader and click it. Select the point for your arrowhead, drag out the tail, and then type in text. Click somewhere, and there's your multi-leader. It's that simple. You can also type in MLD for multi-leader. Once you're finished, don't press enter. That'll just give you a second line. Just click with your left click of your mouse, and it will go in. Now to edit this text, just double click it, select your text that you want just like you would in a regular text editor, and change it. If I double click it, I also get this little arrow thing here, and that will wrap everything around so you can see it better. I can also grip edit it. If I select it, I can get these boxes. I can move those automatically by itself. If I grab this guy right here, I can stretch it, lengthen the landing, or add another leader to it. But if I just click it, this is a stretch or a move, so it moves that position. This will just change the location of the arrowhead. This little arrow here will make this longer or shorter. Quite simple. If you right click on it, you also get some options. You can add a leader or remove a leader. Now these are multi-leaders, so you can add multiple leaders to the same object. When you select it, of course you can move it, and the tails will follow accordingly. So that's kind of an idea of what you get here. So if I select it, I can right click and select remove leader, and I just pick the leaders that I want to get rid of. And the rest will remain. Now if I have multiple leaders and I want to align them, I can use a lot of these different tools right here. I can select here to align, and I pick my multiple leaders, press return. Now I pick my leader I want them to all line up with, and I can kind of move my cursor around, and that will line them all up, which is really nice. Now this option right here is to collect. This gets all of your multi-leaders so that they're all kind of together. Now multi-leaders have something similar to text and dimensions in that they have a style. If I click on this button here, I can get to my different styles that I have set up. And to create a new one, just click on the new button, give it a name. I'm just going to call this circle. Click continue, and here are your settings. You have 3 tabs. The first one is called leader format. This sets up the leader. I can change whatever it is I want on here, make it a dot. I can change it from a straight line to a spline, or I can make it to be none even. Let's make this one a spline. You can change the size, the break size, etc. Now the leader structure itself, I can have multiple different points for the leader itself. I can annotate the scale of it. I can give a first or second angle to it, all that I want to lock those in. The content is really cool because here is where you get very powerful with the leader styles. Right now it's set to a default M-text. I can also go to a block, and it has several blocks in here. I'm going to make this one a circle tag. If you have a block yourself, you can get one of those. But you also have the detail tag that has a top and bottom text to it. You have a slot, a circle, a box, hexagon, or a triangle. Click OK. We're going to set this one current. Click close. Now when I draw my multi-leaders, this is kind of what they look like. And then it gives you this field here. Type in the number 1, click OK. And there's a nice little call out. I'm going to draw in another one. I'm going to call it number 2 and click OK. Now here is where the collect comes in handy. If I use this collect option, you can see here in the tooltip preview, if I select it, then I pick my 2 leaders, press enter. It gives me a little preview of what it looks like, and there we go. So I can kind of combine them together because I want these 2 notes to show up on my drawing. Now, if I select it, I get these grip edits, and you can see here what it's doing is that it kind of separates it, and you got to be careful with that. So, but the real power in multi-leaders is their styles. They're very easy to use, to edit, and to create styles for different types of leaders that you need.